Hey guys, it's Klutz from Brewing Beers here. I'm with Das and Jay, and welcome to the first episode of Crushing Tins with Brewing Beers.
Very exciting.
Yeah, guys, fuck yeah, pretty keen. First swear word already, and we're under a minute in.
Love it.
Sorry, Dad. Yeah, so guys, basically we're looking to do a podcast series, Crushing Tins, just to get some of the stuff that we're doing out there to you. So the first one, we're just going to talk about ourselves and who we are. So,
Love
you
doing
know,
that.
bloody
Love doing
hell.
it.
It's
It's
why
good
we
fun.
started the group and shit like that. So,
Perfect.
yeah, so basically,
Clutzy used to send me Snapchats
yeah,
of himself reviewing random beers in random places.
exactly. So, to be honest, I don't really remember these ones. So, yeah, all I know is Das the next day would be like, that was pretty fun.
Hilarious. Yeah, I think originally he called it the Beer Barometer Boys.
Yeah, that's correct.
And he used to send them through. But yeah, one day I was going to the bottler and I was like, oh, I would love to try one of the beers that Clutzy always goes on about, but I can never remember what they are. So I messaged him and said, why don't we start a Facebook group? And he sort of thought that was the plan all along. So we did, and we invited Jay and a few of the other boys. There's probably 5 or 6 of us.
Yeah.
And made it so friends could invite members. And then I remember 2 or 3 days in, we got 50 members, and we were cheering. And then
Just like,
100
this is the
members.
best thing
I think
ever,
we
yeah.
did an upload at a party when we had 100 members. We were so excited. And now
Shout
I
out
think,
to Ferry for his bathroom.
Yeah.
He's really good.
and yeah, now I think we've got like close to 4,000 members. So
Yeah, I think this morning had a look, 3,726. So
Nice.
shout out to
Crazy.
all you lovely ladies and lasses and blokes out there for
yeah.
supporting the Bloody Brewing Beers.
So we basically just videos and photos of us reviewing random beers that you find, because
Exactly.
I was really scared to spend, $20 on a 4-pack of craft beer when I could take it home and have one sip and absolutely hate it. So I was generally pretty
Exactly.
safe with
I guess the
choosing.
biggest thing, that's the biggest reason. We've always spoken about how, we're 24, soon to be 25, you're what, soon to be 27?
I am-
40 probably.
I am 25,
Who
yeah.
knows? Oh, yeah, true. Happy birthday for the other week.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, but, it's pretty daunting going in there and seeing all these expensive beers and not having that much money. So it's good to get away from the Northerns and the Golds and try out some of these. So
Not that
we're
there's
hoping
anything wrong with Northern
Oh,
Zone.
no,
It's
definitely
still
not.
a staple.
Honestly, like,
Still a big staple.
That's what I've been on for the last week and a half, so. It's good to get it out there, see some of the beers you guys are trying.
And people have embraced it as well. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone's been so positive, and we've had people from everywhere.
Exactly, the wholesomeness is...
People at work have
it's
been
great.
coming up to me and asking me about it, so it's spread pretty quick.
It's
but
good.
been
It's
awesome.
it's nice to see. It's good to see a positive community going on Facebook rather than people giving shit to each other all the time. So
But anyway,
Yeah,
Clutzy,
that's great.
hurry up and crack the
To
first
me,
beer, please.
I'm actually just going to say Tony for a beer.
We've got some crackers. What's first?
First one, a personal favourite of myself: watermelon and lime brouhaha sour.
Yeah, it's one of the first sours I had, if not the first, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe.
so this is one of our first beers of the week.
It was one of the first beers of the week.
Yeah, if not the first beer of the week. I'm actually not too sure. My memory's really bad.
Oh, I can't remember either. We
So,
should bring it back.
yeah, we should. Like, honestly, this is one of the best sours I've ever had. It's
Such a good beer.
probably going to be one of the best sours I've ever had.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
Pretty much everyone that I've showed it to, even like my girlfriend who can't stand beer, absolutely loves it. A few people on the weekend who I was with didn't like beers. Anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
Um,
Cheers, boys.
Tried this one and they loved it. We've all had this, so we're not going to be surprised by the review, but
Oh, it's just so tasty.
it's so good.
Oh,
It's I gave this to a few people on the weekend actually who haven't had it before, and they hadn't had sours in general actually, and I said, if you're not really into your beer, this is what sours are made for. It's just a refresh, and particularly in like the Queensland climate where we
Yeah.
are, this is such a refreshing beer, and the
Especially
people
when it's
that had
ice
it,
cold like that.
oh, fuck yeah. There's nothing better. But the people that had it on the weekend, this one they described as sort of a weaker version of a watermelon warhead.
Mm.
right.
So it's a bit of, and that's when I first had this one. I thought that as well.
It's so good though. It's so easy to drink, and it's like a good introductory shower. It's not too tart or too sour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It doesn't taste too beery, so people who don't generally like beers we'll probably get around it. I don't think I've showed this to anyone that hasn't liked it.
Yeah, I literally
Maybe my dad,
everyone
but
that
he's a
I've
bit...
even when we went up to Brouhaha the other week, just getting in early. Whoops.
Plug.
Getting up. Yeah, plug. The owner up there, I believe his name was Julian. One of the boys went to buy a 4-pack of the strawberry rhubarbs, which is also a fantastic sour.
I have one of them in the fridge as well if we get through these ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Probably. And he just flat out said to the bartender, like, make him change the 4-pack. Go get that. Fill up your growler with the other one.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to regret
They're pretty
it,
limited,
so.
these ones as well, hey?
They are.
We've seen them
Was
a
this
few
their
places.
last? They did one final brew for the season.
I haven't
right?
seen him in the bottle shops for a
They
while, but they're
did
up
their
at the...
last brew for the season, and hopefully
It comes back.
it'll be coming back. Which
I'll
I'll be
definitely
pretty
buy
sad
mine.
if it doesn't come back. To be honest.
When it's cold like that, it's so good.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Nice one. First
Thank
one
you.
in. Nice and
Yeah,
early.
we are.
It's just insanely sessionable, right? Like you
Yeah.
can just drink this for ages.
I know. And you
It's
think
so-
I love them.
It's not overpoweringly fruity as well.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
The watermelon's quite, it's quite light, super refreshing.
Exactly.
But bloody good as well.
Mm.
Bloody brilliant.
I'd say bloody brilliant.
Yeah. Don't put it down there.
Plug.
Oh, yeah.
Plug.
Good thing as well, it's not a heavy one.
Nah.
Like,
It's full strength, but it's not.
full strength.
It's not
but
8% or
Yeah.
something. Some of
Yeah.
them blow your head off.
exactly, it's still a heavy, but in today's beer climate, I suppose you could call it, it's not really that heavy of a beer. 1.2, 4.5 or something like that. So
It's funny that
yeah.
now after drinking so many double IPAs,
Yeah.
IPAs, it's
Yeah.
it's 4-5%. Like
Nah,
that's
it's not that
that's
bad.
right. It's pretty light.
That's pretty heavy.
It's fuck, that's 1.5.
Yeah, exactly.
Standards.
You're getting smashed.
Yeah, it's funny as.
It's alright.
Oh man, that's so good. It's just so refreshing, something like that to kick you off.
I know. Good. I'm glad we started with that one, actually.
Yeah.
So why don't we chat about the group a bit? What can people expect if they... Where can they find us, one, and what will they find when they find us?
Well, we're on a lot of different platforms.
Yeah, now we are.
Mm.
Started off as a Facebook group, but now
Yeah,
we're everywhere.
started off as a private Facebook group that you couldn't find, but and a lot of people were angry about that. But yeah, what do we now? We got the private Facebook group where you can search us, and that's where all the reviews and stuff are posted. We've got the public Facebook
Page.
page,
Yeah.
so that doesn't have many reviews or any reviews at all.
No,
Just
it's
our
mainly
little
just our
segments.
wrap up of the week. We do a weekly video, Klutzy's Corner, where we have beer of the week. Because that's some feedback we were getting early on that
Yeah.
there's a lot of reviews coming in and people wanted to try the
Exactly.
beers, but they couldn't find
A lot
the
of good beers
ones.
out there, but there's no real index for the people to go through the Facebook group to find them. So we need to.
Because basically between the three of us, we go through every post
Mm.
in the group and we see what's going off, and then we choose one of them that we've tried and that we liked for beer of the week and sort of hero that
Yeah.
in all our content across
Yeah, definitely.
all our other platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and everything. So
TikTok.
it's basically just a big piss take, but
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
introducing-
TikTok's great, honestly. Like TikTok, I was a very sketchy person on TikTok a while back, but I'm so glad that we're on there now. It's
It's
pretty
definitely
funny.
evolving as a platform, right? It's
Yeah.
going through that whole thing. At first, it's just kids, and it's
yeah,
mad,
yeah.
95% between the ages of 7 and 12.
It's ridiculous.
But it's just growing now to the point where it's being used a lot more for brand awareness.
Yeah.
People making good things accessible.
almost
Support
everyone's
teams
on there.
and
Yeah,
shit.
it's crazy, and stuff goes viral so
Yeah.
easily. It's crazy.
We're getting close.
One day.
Was it you saying the other day that's had the most growth
Yeah, I think
of any social media since
in the
June?
last 6 months,
year?
yeah, month by month, it's
Yeah.
it's surpassed. I can't remember what it was, but it's growing 150% a month, incrementally. It's
It's
insane. We
ridiculous.
had someone at work came in and spoke to us about it, and yeah, the stats that they were spitting out was insane. But
It's ridiculous. The fact that people get they'll put a video up and within 24 hours have over 2 million views.
Yeah.
Is absolutely ridiculous.
That's our dream.
If I can get my rig up there.
yeah, we just did actually post a TikTok, so go and check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just trying to a bit of a lighthearted approach, and we feel that with craft beers and stuff, there's a lot of people who are for lack of better words, beer nerds who are so hard out and into it. But we really want to try and bridge the gap between blokes like us who just had 4X Gold. I used to rotate between 4X Gold and 4X Summer,
Yeah.
basically. And
Two
there's
great beers together.
yeah, they are. I know, but there's so many other good beers out there that I never tried, and that's what we're trying to do. We're not in it for we're not getting paid by any bottlers or anything like that. We're just trying to
Let's get the word out there.
Yeah.
exactly.
expand people's
There's nothing worse than
repertoire.
having a shit beer, so the good thing is, majority of the ones we've had so far have been good.
But that's the other thing as well. We don't hide behind the fact that there are some beers out there that are not that good. Like even the three of us and heaps of people in the group have posted reviews. I did that Stone and Wood one the other night. I was like, yeah, this is not great. It's pretty shit. It tastes like a Barocca, basically. It's like not what you want.
Good.
So it's good to go both ways. Beers people should steer clear of and ones that they should really get around. But
yeah, but I think you made a good point, right? Like, there's so many groups. There's a lot of groups that exist, but they're so like. It's just taken to this next level. Like, if anyone even put in, like, say, a Bolter XPA, they'd be like, oh, you just like mainstream craft beers. Like, why don't you try this one that, like, only gets, like, small batch distributed from, like,
WA.
from this weird spot in Germany.
Yeah,
like,
Germany, costs $50 for a 4-pack.
Yeah.
That's cheap.
Like, most of our beers of the week, you can actually get at BWS.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not the normal ones you would get, but...
Nah.
But there has to be a bridge between the ordinary punter and craft beer.
Yeah,
and I think this is what this kind of medium can be.
I think the biggest one that stood out for me that sort of bridged that gap was the Zytho Pale Ale.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of people would go out and get like a 150 lash. Oh, Wakachangi as well. Yeah, it's a different one. That one's a love it or hate it. I personally love it and fiend it.
Good beer.
But yeah, I feel like, you know, people go out and get a 150 lashes and that's like splurging. Well, that was splurging for me like a year ago.
Yeah.
But now...
We just drank a watermelon and lime sour beer.
We just like, a watermelon and lime sour. It's just insane.
To be honest, I genuinely avoided most beers if they were too crafty for a long time.
Yeah,
like,
same.
I would get cartons of Gold and I would just drink Gold.
Yeah, me too.
Or VB.
I remember going to a winery for this event ages ago and they had no lager and I was like, this is so shit. Yeah. Why would you not have a lager? Like, I have to drink a pale ale. And to be fair, that was the place that had that. She's Gone Pale is probably my favourite beer ever. But that was just where my mind was at. So it's pretty crazy. And in the last, like, when do we start? November? I don't know how many different beers I've had.
I looked at my can collection the other day before I headed off to Woody. And ridiculous. Like, even Mum, she's like, what are you
going to do with
these?
these?
Like, sorry, Mum. Like, you raised me. I was trying to be like,
it's your fault.
So, if I'm a pisshead, you're a pisshead. It's not my fault. But yeah, no, it's good. I love it.
Should we have another beer?
Oh, yeah.
What's next?
Absolutely.
You choose. There's some crackers in there.
Oh, do we want another sour or do we go...
Surprises.
Let's go this one because this had a bit of
this has been some hype.
I haven't had a crack at this yet, but Dart's one of these left over, which is pretty schmexy. Yeah.
This is a very limited release beer that... Sorry, just taking my last sip. That Bolter did with Garage Project in New Zealand. And we've got a few New Zealand correspondents in the group, so shout out Mike Strang. He loves the Garage Project beer.
Yeah, excellent.
Well, they're originally out of a fucking garage in Wellington, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Sounds like it was a project in the garage.
But these ones are pretty hard to get, I think. When I went to the Bottle to get them, I got the last 4-pack.
So
they were only out that day.
Yeah. So with this beer, the two head brewers from Bolter and Garage Project, they spent a bunch of time together over in the US, I think it was, like, while they were doing, they were looking at different hops, and then they were essentially like formulating a new type of hop. So basically what they did is they did a collab on this beer where Garage Project brewed it with Galaxy hops, which is kind of an Old Faithful, versus Bolter brewing it with this new age hop, which I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it's.
I've only had this once as well, so I can't even remember.
What was it? Mosaic, maybe?
It was like it was something brand new that I hadn't heard before. Oh, damn,
it's pretty good. I like all the Bolter limited
awesome.
release beers. It's similar to the
sort of
DC, the hazy
DC.
Yeah.
It's I was gonna say it's a less harsh
interesting.
version of the hazy. It's probably the in between of the hazy and the hazy DC.
It's good.
For those who haven't tried that either, Bolter had this cracker beer come out in, I believe it was 2019, called the Hazy.
Do they still make it?
Hazy is a limited release, isn't it?
Continuing to make it. It was a limited release, but they did it again for a second time.
It was pretty like you could get it. Hey, it wasn't that hard to get.
Yeah, it was 2018. It was hard to get. 2019 they did a re-release, and it was just like.
Well, it was like top 40 Gabs, I think, this year.
Yeah,
like
I think it did even better than that. I think it was like number 8, wasn't it?
Was it?
I swear it was top 10. I'll
They
check.
cleaned up
it's,
this year.
it's just crazy, but this is awesome. This is so it's a 6% alcohol.
It's pretty
IPA.
strong.
Yeah,
got
got 8.
Oh yeah, number 8. There you go.
That's ridiculous. Eh?
Yeah,
Like,
that's pretty
great.
good. But yeah, I like this one. It's pretty
the thing
good.
I like about it is the IPAs I enjoy the dry ones.
Yeah.
This isn't a smack you in the face IPA. It's
Yeah.
still got that heaviness to it, but it's so good.
It is a good beer.
It's spectacular.
Speaking of Garage Project and New Zealanders and stuff, should we chat about a few of the notable members of the group?
Oh, definitely.
There's a lot in there that we could call out, but there's probably 3 or 4 that deserve a mention.
Yeah.
If you're hearing this and you're not in the group, search it, join it, and once you're in there, have a look for Ryan Freeney.
Ryan Freeney, formerly known as Mike Oxlong.
He's got a number of very good reviews.
Yeah, I think Freeney is he's really good at voice acting as well,
Yeah,
actually,
and
from what
accents
we've seen,
and
and
stuff.
acting and accents and all that sort of shit.
Speaking of which, actually, Zach Tedham,
Yeah, the French one. Yeah, that was funny.
Desperado beer, all the way from
Paris.
That
Yeah,
was cool.
Paris, France.
Big shout out. We have had a few international.
Correspondence.
Yeah, it's been good. Who else have we had? Oh, Jacko from Penno's got to get a shout
Jacko
out.
from Penno, definitely.
He's definitely a
our
founding
resident
member.
scientist.
Yeah, he joined the group very, very early. And
He joined probably in the first few days. I think Speaks.
He-
Speaks is actually
a founding member as well.
semi-prominent member there as well.
He's
founding
had
member.
some great reviews.
He-
He actually was the
and
first
his
to do the Southwest Sour.
Oh, he was
Speaks.
too. Speaks also did a great TikTok for Australia Days with him and Trudge.
Yeah,
Daniel
on the roof.
Wagga, smacking the beer on the roof. That was a good one. But Jacko from Penno, I think he started because we started on a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
He was the night of the party.
He was the
Yeah,
same
that's
guy.
right. Yeah, when we had 100
Duh,
members, so it must have been
this-
under 100
It
members.
was
he was in there.
ridiculous because we just put up that video in the bathroom being like, hey, we've got 100 members. And then we had this video come through and it's just what do they call it? The little preview photo, whatever it is.
The thumbnail.
Yeah, thumbnail, that's the one. I'm not really good with this tech shit. The thumbnail was 3 beers on a countertop, and then you could see this machine in the background, and we were pretty pissed at the time, and we thought, what's going on here? And had a watch of it, and I was in stitches. I was like, I don't know what I just watched, but this is hilarious. And for anyone who hasn't watched it, search Ben Jack in the group and scroll
I think he's
down.
only done that one review,
He's
so
done that one review.
He,
and then,
he left on a high. That's
yeah, he's
Yeah.
got. I know he's got another one coming. Clutzy's telling me about. We'll keep that under wraps until it happens.
It's a very high. I've yet to get back to him about that one. He's been a busy man over the Christmas period and New Year's, but he's definitely got another project on its way, and it sounds absolutely cooked.
You mean experiment, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's absolutely cool. But yeah, the SodaStream one was probably the thing that kicked it off the most.
yeah, it went pretty crazy from that. That's probably still got the most engagement in the group.
Yeah,
It
it
was-
was pretty wild.
considering it was posted when there was only 100 members in there, it's pretty crazy that
it's ridiculous. Like it just pops up and everyone's just like, "Holy shit! Like
Yeah.
this is ridiculous."
We should post it. I might message him and post it on the socials.
Yeah, definitely. Just like come.
We don't really
post
post members reviews on
That should be
on our
that should be
page, but-
pushed into a TikTok. I reckon.
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty
just,
funny.
Just cut up with like the beers, him.
Drinking it off the ground.
Yeah,
Beer tastes like crap.
Well, I
Cheers,
don't
I
blame
suppose.
it. Like,
yeah.
putting it in the soda stream, that's
Pretty shit beers
Yeah.
as well. Like a
do you
steam rail
have?
pale ale.
Stingray Pale, a Hans Super Dry, and I don't know, something else. But yeah, 3 fairly atrocious beers. By themselves, probably not too bad, but
Mixed together.
mixed
no.
together.
Infused.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Recarbonated beers
Sorry.
and infuse them to make a great taste sensation.
Jay's obviously watched it a few
I've
times.
watched it. I've actually watched that video so many times because when it came out, I was showing everyone.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
anyone that I could find, I'm like, you have to watch this video because it is objectively.
I feel like that's
So
it
funny.
actually helped the group grow so much.
Oh,
And, like,
definitely.
I've had so many people, I had people at work come up to me that I didn't even know, be like, "Oh my god, I saw this video or that video in your
Yeah.
group. Like, I love it. It's so funny."
Yeah.
Everyone's been getting around it pretty hard. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Him and Franny.
It's interesting watching like the demographic shift a bit.
Yeah.
too. Like
Definitely.
Even last night after Mixer posted, we had a few more videos and
Oh,
stuff
the
come in.
Mixer.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we had the Mixer. Who else did we have? We had Not last night, but the night before.
Glenn? I can't remember his last name. He went on a fucking rampage.
Glenn was
Oh, yeah. It's Glenn Stevenson, isn't it? Yeah.
Something
Glenn
like that.
Stevenson, try and stop this man.
Shut up, man. That was a decent serving of beer.
That was
He's drinking like 11%
yeah.
beers.
I just thought the funny thing is what we said before. He's like, "Oh, you're starting off with a real easy one tonight. It's 4.8%.
Yeah.
It's we've actually got her in there somewhere. The Helios one.
Oh, did he start with that?
He
Yes.
started with that.
Yeah.
He's like starting on a nice easy one here. The hazy pale ale from Helios, 4.8%. I was like, crikey! If you're starting on 4.8%,
He did end on that.
He builds up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tears for Triple is the triple IPA from Range,
Yeah.
and that's 11.2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was a 500 ml bottle, wasn't it? And the,
I
Yeah,
think
they're
it was a
500.
can.
Yeah,
500 sorry, 500
all the
can.
range cans he had were 500.
Big, yeah.
and they only serve it in 220 mils
At
at the brewery.
At the brewery, sorry, yeah.
So, like, you're getting a serious wallop.
Yeah, exactly.
Good
I'll
on
tell you
him.
what, I'm not sure if Glenn has a missus,
Oh,
but
what
shout
the
out to
fuck?
her for dealing with him on that night because he would have been on an absolute rampage.
I can imagine the snoring. I just had like sediment in the bottom of my glass then.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta give it a little roll.
Mm.
The old Cooper
Oh.
style.
Good beer though. Got to be cold though. I find with these sort of beers. Once they get warm, that's
Yeah,
one
the
thing
IPAs
I love
are-
a big can, but like if I had to drink that by myself, it'd be disgusting by the end.
See, I'm wondering
With
if some
the-
people with the
big
IPAs.
earther out. Sorry.
No, it's hey, all good. I'm wondering if some people with the IPAs, if they sort of let them, because I find a lot more flavour comes out
When
when
it
they get
heats up a
warmer.
bit,
So I'm
yeah.
wondering if some people prefer them warm to get that full flavour.
Maybe that's why they're in a big can.
Yeah, but personally,
I
I
know.
want to smash it cold because
Same.
it's easy
It tastes so
drinking.
much
and
better.
I think it tastes better.
I find that with if it's really hoppy, that once it gets warm, it's you chewing on it. Like,
Yeah.
when it's cold, I can just smack
No
it
one wants
back.
to chew
but-
on a beer either. I find that even with that watermelon one, I took a couple down to the beach yesterday, and one of them, by the time I cracked it, was a bit warm, and it was not great.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
But
Agreed.
I suppose that's the same with any beer. You often,
yeah.
Yeah, true. Unless you're drinking Guinness.
yeah, but that if you're drinking Guinness in the cold, it doesn't really get warm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's true.
anyway,
It's true.
I digress.
Yeah.
Beer number 3,
Beer number 3, let's do it.
flying through them.
Jeez, we fucking are.
You got one on
There's
the
more in the
takeaway.
fridge. Yeah. Good thing about a podcast is, especially with the audio, we can
Since
just pause
mentioned
it.
We
Yeah.
might as well smash it.
Yeah,
Let's go for it. Is it cold?
Yeah, it feels cold.
Oh, yeah.
it was pretty cold.
I
when it came
really
out.
like the can as well. This is sort of different to all the other ones I've got.
Yeah, so picked this one up today from Helios. Shout out Tony. Picked out a mix 4. They just did some new canning, I think. So had a pretty stocked fridge, but it's fucking fantastic what they're doing down
So
there.
yeah, we got the hazy pale ale from Helios.
Look at that colour.
Yeah,
Man, that looks good.
Wow, this is fucking sick.
I'm actually really excited. We'll get into it a bit later on, but we went out to... A few people probably know already. They would have seen the vlog and stuff we posted, but we went out and explored the brewery at Helios with Charlie, the head brewer, and
Cheers, lads.
Cheers, boy.
cheers. And I was severely hungover and also drove, so I think I had one of their gold now. I was like, yeah, this is great. But I haven't actually tried any of their beers, so I'm pretty keen.
Ooh.
Do you want to show the camera, Clutzy?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm really bad at that.
So while I
Yeah,
was there,
one
I had
job.
a little sample of a NEPA that they're doing. So,
Can I just cut in for a second?
Yeah.
Nipa, I love Nipas. Never would have had one 2 months ago. That
Is it the
brouhaha
England
one.
IPA?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
brouhaha one.
the
with
nectarine NEPA,
Oh,
their
so
nectar-
good.
So the brouhaha nectarine NEPA's got 15% nectarine pulp in the
Oh,
mash.
that's so good.
So it's so fresh, it's so fruity, but it's really well balanced with the hops.
Yeah.
I find like it's bitter on the back, but not.
I also just like the
Not
can a lot,
overpowering.
which is stupid, but it's similar to that can, but it's
It's-
a bright orange.
Yeah.
It's sick. Like that's half the reason why I try after beers because of the can. So.
Oh, also, breaking news.
Yeah.
Charlie may be brewing a sour
Oh.
in a collab. In a collab.
Stop
with?
it.
Do you know who with?
No, I'm not sure.
That's
But
exciting.
Tony told me, he said,
We are big Sour fans. If you
Yeah,
haven't-
we're massive Sour fans.
If you follow us anywhere other than here, which you probably will, because otherwise you wouldn't have heard about this, you would know that we're big Sour fans.
Yeah.
And not everyone is, but
As Dar said a few weeks back when we were having a chat, he had a bit of a crisis thinking that he was only into sours.
yeah, it's fucked.
I've gone through that similar thing in the last week or so. Like, I went to the bottle though, and there was no sours. I actually went to 4 different bottle shops to just find colonial sours. And
Just like tip them all over your head and shit.
yeah. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, something about sours, particularly in the southeast Queensland environment, I feel. It's very humid. It's... If you haven't had a sour, definitely
Have one.
Have a sour.
A good one as well. Brouhaha ones.
Yeah. Oh, I suggest if you're getting into
Or
them.
a Colonial.
Um,
Bel Air. Fuck, there's too many.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Should use the beer finder. No, but I reckon the Bel Air one's actually so good as well.
Yeah, the
The
Bel Air's
Bel Air.
On tap.
Brooklyn Bel Air sour. I
On
haven't had
tap,
it
the
since.
Brooklyn Bel Air is
amazing.
amazing. Actually, Black Hops, I really like their front yards, the cucumber and mint goza.
Yeah.
Like that's something a bit different. They use this like salty
Yeah.
barley water to actually.
Actually, the one
Brew
at Sea Legs is not bad as well. The blueberry one.
Oh yeah,
I don't
I,
want to taste that. Not
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
I actually found the mouthfeel of that to be very similar to the strawberry and rhubarb brouhaha, but
Wait,
like very fresh,
This
tasty.
is very good as well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so
crisp.
This is so,
Yeah,
it's,
I was just about to say you could drink a lot of these.
the thing I like about Helios,
4.8% as well.
it's 4.8%. But the thing I like about Helios is their beers are strong in flavour.
Yeah.
There's some beers that you get where the initial taste might not be there, the aftertaste, there's too much, vice versa. With this one, you have the full flavour right from start to finish. It's just...
And even like I said, when we
so
went out there, I
good.
was driving, so I had the Golden Ale, I think, because it was like their only mid-strength. And even that tasted like a strong
Yeah.
beer, if that makes sense. Like it was
Yeah.
full of flavour.
Yeah.
And that's, if you watch the vlog we put together, that's
Yeah.
kind of what Charlie alludes to. Like,
Yeah,
he's a no-nonsense bloke and just
exactly. It's all
brews
about
good beers.
full body
Yeah.
flavour.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Stuff like that's fantastic. Like at Blind Tiger and the Gap, how they re-hop their 4X.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's full flavour.
They call it a Randall handle.
That's the
Yeah.
one. I always forget the name. I always go to say growler, and I'm like, no. That's
We may sound like we know stuff about beers. We
We know
cool.
nothing.
Yeah.
But
You probably know more than anyone else, but
it's great.
give it a
Like
crack.
driving,
exactly.
being able to drive there, have a couple of middies that
Yeah.
taste crafty. Like
yeah,
they've
and they
got that.
rotated as well. Like it's different
Yeah.
every time. I think I've been there 2 or 3 times, and every time it's been different.
They changed it. Like I think they said they change the hops every week.
Yeah.
like, just to make it different.
Yeah,
So good.
definitely. And I think going with that as well, mid strengths at the moment, we've had a couple of middies in recent weeks. We've had the Young
Stayer.
Henry, Stayer.
Fuck, I love that beer. Such a good beer.
I had another one. It was like the Goat Brewery. It was like them.
The Mountain Goat one.
Yeah, the Mountain Goat Brewery.
I don't know
It's like
what
the
they're-
Billy the Kid, I think they call it. It's a green can.
Right.
Myself, I haven't really had mid-strength beers much because I do like a fuller flavour in my beer, but as you said with Helios, with their Golden Ale, and then, Young Henry's with their Stayer and that sort of stuff,
Captain
they have
Sensible
the
by
flavour.
Bolter.
Captain
Yeah.
Sensible, great beer as well.
Great beer.
They've just got that full flavour, and if you're looking to, you're driving and you still want to actually
Enjoy
enjoy
a
a beer,
Yeah.
that's not
Because like
watered
golden
down.
stuff, like mid-strength, your standard mid-strength lager, they're good. You can drink 100 of them.
Mm.
They're pretty like
It's just the same. It's
Yeah,
water. It's
exactly.
literally water.
Yeah.
And it's nice and refreshing and cold. But if you want to I don't know, the thing that I think about drinking craft beer, like a 4-pack,
Yeah.
sit down to enjoy it. You're not there getting hammered. Like
Yeah.
if you want to drive somewhere, you're not going to take a 4-pack of golds and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So oh, this is delicious. Like you'd much prefer to have a beer with a bit of flavour and something different. And that's why I reckon
Exactly.
those mid-strength. I especially love that the Stay. I reckon it's so good. Such a good beer by Young Henry's.
Yeah, bloody oath. It was. I was surprised by how much flavour was in it. To be honest, I'd even say it had more flavour than say like your typical 150 lash.
Yeah.
It was on that same sort of spectrum there, but like flavour wise, but as a mid strength, it was just
Yeah.
like,
Just a
full
good
of
beer.
flavour.
Just
Smash
a
in the
good
face.
beer.
Yeah, it was just a bloody broody beer. So it's so good. But yeah.
That was really good. I fucking enjoyed that. I haven't had, as I said, I had one, I think, pot of the Golden Ale from Helios, which is good, but I was so hungry. I had my Christmas party on Friday night and then literally woke up 15 minutes before my girlfriend's and went straight to hers. And then woke up and was like, oh my god, we're doing a brewery tour today. It was so bad.
That's when
That's
is that when they
right.
called me in the
Oh, yeah.
kicked out of the cab.
Yeah, kicked out of the cab down the road.
We're
And,
going over a beer.
yeah, Josh came in for a bit like 2
And he
a.m.
found you, like,
I was
lying
dressed
in the
as
front.
Shane
It was
Warne.
when
Yeah. That was a Friday night.
Yeah, it was when I dropped Shanksy home from.
I think I
The
messaged the
city's
group
the
like
only-
anyone
yeah,
up,
yeah.
and Josh like yes. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
He's like, oh, I'm just trying to get rid of the coke on my windscreen from Stranks. He's poured a fucking coke all over it. Yeah. Come out of Darcy's and we just started video chatting people.
Doing a few reviews.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to Liam Kennedy for responding.
Yeah. Big ups, Liam Kennedy.
Oh,
Anyway.
that's great.
Should we get another one?
Yeah, let's steer clear of that conversation.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Excuse me.
man.
Boy. Look at that. All right, what do we got here?
So we got the Colonial Draft Kolsch.
Oh,
Big J boy bought this one.
Colonial.
Oh wait, get it on the beer can.
Oh,
Rip,
yeah.
rip
So-
the lid off.
Rip the lid off.
Oh,
They have such a satisfying
So
pop.
yeah.
I
I'll
think
pour
it's
this first and then I'll give you a gaze.
I think it's because with these cans it must be because the way the can top is actually set up. Like
Mm. I've never seen a can like that
So
before.
the bent spoke. The wet wipes.
Oh, was that a pen spoke? I thought
Yeah.
it was one of these ones.
No, it was bent spoke.
was
Also,
that the crankshaft?
Can I just say something? This is really mean. I probably shouldn't say it because he's a valuable member of the group. But Nathan Sears did a review on the Southwest Sour the other day,
Yeah.
and he had it with KFC. And he was like, I'm having the Colonial with the Colonel. Like he said, Colonel. Colonel.
Oh,
he might
that's
he might have been taking the piss and being
With
funny.
Nathan Sears though, you never know.
Exactly. That's it. We forgot to mention him before.
Oh yeah, Nathan
Another
Sears,
notable member.
With his tips
Tip
of the
of,
week.
tip of the day, tip of the week,
Yeah.
tip of the minute.
It just depends on how many reviews he's done. And he takes it to heart if he hasn't done a review for a while.
Yeah,
we
he feels really
appreciate it.
bad.
Yeah, it's good.
He's
We love
an
him.
avid commenter as well.
Yeah,
like
he's
he'll
a
get in
fucking
and give
good
it a
bloke,
crack.
basically.
Like I put up something about the Pretty Bumpin' from Jesus. Yeah, the Pretty Bumpin' from Range, and he
Oh,
Got
he had a
around
very enthusiastic
Yeah,
response.
he's just a good. He typifies what
He's
the
a good
group's all
bloke.
about,
He's a good
basically.
bloke. He's a Aussie battler.
He's
So
a
we
bloody
got the-
brilliant bloke.
if we get this in view. If
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
nailed it.
watching,
Yeah, you got
and you're
You should
listening,
be.
It's also, get amongst it with 3 pretty average lids.
And a very high budget for this production
Yeah.
as well. We've all got headphones in.
Yeah.
So
This
for
is,
our microphones, Apple headphones.
Sped no expense.
I've
for
got
this
my
one.
2011 MacBook Air that I literally couldn't open notes on to write notes in.
You can only run
And
one thing at
my
a time.
GoPro set up on the bottom of like a fruit bowl.
We'll have to get a flick shot.
Yeah,
of
we
that
will
at
after. Yeah.
So, as you can see, we don't get paid for this.
Yes.
But yeah, so...
People who think we have a sponsorship from breweries, check it out.
the end. We
It's
spent
clearly
all
not.
of our money on beer.
So, if you're watching the video,
Mm.
this can for the Colonial is so weird. So basically it
Spicy,
opens the whole top of the beer up. Colonial is becoming, after I have this sip, probably one of my favourite.
Yeah. Like they what's that?
Where'd you
Kolsch.
get it from? Yeah, it's good.
So my girlfriend actually, shout out Jess,
Jess, big shout
picked
out.
up me a Mix 6 and a beer merch shirt.
Yeah, that's
From-
why she's
from
getting a big
Colonial.
shout out. She's also got me a beer merch shirt.
Yeah, she's done
I'll have to
well.
wear it in the next podcast.
She's done well, but she picked up a Mix 6 which had 2 Colonial Sours, 2 IPAs, and
The Kolsch.
one Kolsch, and they've got another one called the Small Ale, which is
Cool.
just it's one standing in a can, but it's really tasty. It's
Yeah.
it's a similar kind of
Just a good full-bodied MIDI.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's great.
nice.
But
Yeah.
no, really like these beers. Got another
Yeah, this is good.
4 of them in the fridge.
Where I haven't heard of Colonial again before this group. Not that means
I'm
much. 'Cause I
fairly
don't drink
sure Colonial's from WA.
much. Right.
I
Should
would've
sound
been
like
Yeah,
I
that's
reckon.
what you should say. That's because that's pretty good. That and
Yeah.
that's like another good example. Like this is one you could change up your lager for. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is it's
Yeah.
not too crazy or hoppy or anything. It's just easy to drink. It's delicious.
Very smooth,
Yeah.
crisp.
Very easy to drink.
It's got brewed by, hand and canned at Colonial Brewing Co., Osmington Road, Margaret River, WA.
Yeah, there you go.
And also 89 Bertie Street, Port Melbourne, Victoria.
Oh, so I must have
Right.
another brew down there as well.
Brewery, but awesome.
Perfect.
Like, I love them. Like,
The
Colonial's
Southwest
fun.
Sour
Oh,
is
the
awesome.
Southwest Sour.
It's just that's such a strong beer. Like
It's,
not strong, but like just like a
Not strong
Beautiful.
tasting, but like
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. beautiful beer.
Just a good
So, and
voice.
back to the sour, like that's such a good introductory sour.
Mm.
Oh,
I've never had one
definitely.
before you because some sours are fucking ridiculous
Yeah.
and like
Oh, it's-
weird as.
Yeah,
And you don't want to have one of them and be like, oh,
Yeah.
this is shit. I'm never drinking a
So
sour
I've seen a
again.
few reviews for that. It's that pink can. One of the boys from
Yeah,
Shep put it up.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah, the Waste
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I had one of them.
Oh,
ages
the
ago.
Berliner one or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah.
if anyone's listening this deep into this and you want to try sours,
If you're still here.
yeah, if you're still here,
that's probably going to be about 2 people. Clutzy's parents and Jay's girlfriend. Shout out Nick,
Jess.
Annette, and
Yeah.
Jess. Yeah.
yeah,
Nick's
so-
probably looking at this going like, the crackers!
Yeah.
Where's the palate cleansers?
We forgot him.
That's so
Clutzy,
funny.
we jumped on our friends. Actually, we should give Matson a shout out as well. We
Yeah.
jumped on our friend's podcast, Matson, over at the Inner City
Legend.
Hermit. Check out all of his shit. He smashes out some sick content. Yeah,
Weapon.
great bloke. And yeah, we jumped on his podcast and basically had the same chat, but just in a much more set up setting. We had actual cameras and microphones and stuff. And Josh's dad watched it, and we were talking about palate cleansers. I can't remember how. we
Yeah,
started.
how do you cleanse your palate when
Yeah,
drinking beer?
and I was like, oh, you need a 4X gold to cleanse it, and we all laughed. And then
Yeah, and then
Clutzy got a text.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
He's like, next time you do this, make sure you got a set of water crackers on there with you.
yeah, we
And
forgot.
that'll cleanse
Next
your palate.
time, Mick.
So
we
yeah,
promise.
thanks for that, Dad.
Yeah, because we were talking about like coffee beans and like
Yeah.
smell.
it. Yeah.
So, but yeah, Dad, if you're watching this and you want to try a sour,
Southwest.
stick it. Like personally, I don't like the wheat because it's wheat based. I don't like my
Yeah,
wheat based
yeah.
beers. I think they've just got this gross aftertaste. Terrible introductory sour if you're not into wheat based beers, which not many people are. It's a very German, Belgian thing from what I've seen. But yeah, Colonial Draft's great. If you want to get your sours, Colonial Southwest Sour is
I
amazing.
also reckon the Brooklyn Bel Air would be
Brooklyn
a
Bel Air is
good
amazing.
intro one.
For a nice, like, fruity, punchy sour.
I've only had 2 Brooklyn beers and they're both fantastic. There's
So
the
when I
Brooklyn
was-
Lager and the Brooklyn Bel
I was
Air Sour.
doing some work
So
from home the other night, and I had a 6-pack of the Bel Air Sour because I hadn't tried it, and I think you were raving on about it. Anyway, and I had one, and I was like, oh, it's good, but it's not that good. And then I finished, I was like, have another one. I was like half through the second one, I was like, these are so good.
Yeah.
They're amazing. It's
I
just
drank like for all 6 of them. They're just like, I was like, oh, fuck.
But it's yeah.
I don't know what it is about them, but
They're
It
just
can-
easy. They're a bit tart, but not too tart. Like, I don't know. They're just like that and like the Colonial one. They're just not too extreme, basically.
The good thing is sours are getting more popularity and more breweries are venturing out to make sours. Like, because I think traditionally a sour beer has been incredibly tart, and it's been a huge turn off. Like, you know, and I think it takes some time to build up to something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I was at Soapbox Brewery the other day, and it was on the board. They were literally, as I was going up to the bar, I was going to get an IPA, and they were putting up this sign that said double sour, and I was like, all right,
Christ.
what is a double sour? And they said it was like they used tamarind, like the fruit, which is already a very tart fruit, as like the base,
Yeah.
yeah.
and it was incredibly tart,
Mm.
but so delicious,
Yeah.
so delicious. But if I didn't already have an introduction to
Yeah,
sours,
You would
You'd
Might
almost-
have been too extreme for
it's
you.
almost like would taste like it was like a bit, like almost like stale or like
Yeah.
off a bit, if you get what I mean.
Well,
Like,
when you pour your sours, you don't really get any head to them,
Yeah.
and that's a like
They're almost
that's
like
a-
flat.
Yeah, exactly. I think a good point on
We
the
have that
sour.
other sour.
Yeah, definitely. I think a good thing on the sours while we move into the next one.
Sexy can. Oh. You didn't have to do that, boys.
No, that's all good.
Also, I'm somewhat worried that camera's going to run out of battery, but if it does, we got this one, and
we'll just
worst
move
comes to worst,
We'll just move around.
put
It's all
some.
good.
We'll just put some random footage in and keep the audio going.
It's just the TikTok.
Classy just dancing.
It's the TikTok collection.
Oh, but yeah, I think as we move on to this sour here, the thing with sours not being as tart now and breweries starting to do them is when we did our tour of Helios, Charlie, the head brewer,
Legend. Shout out,
oh,
Charlie.
shout out to Charlie, absolutely.
We're going to get
nuts on
Charlie on a podcast. He doesn't know it yet, but
it. But
he's coming in.
We should do.
unlucky, mate.
I was actually speaking to Tony and I said, mate, we should do something upstairs.
Yeah.
Because you know how good that spot
Well,
is there, that
We
mezzanine?
were thinking, for everyone listening, we were thinking about doing this in a studio somewhere that we had
Yeah.
access to, but we just
Get blind.
useless ones, basically.
Yeah,
Haven't
pretty
fucking
much.
organised anything. So, but now we realise with this, like, we'll probably get some better mics and stuff. We can take this wherever we want.
We could do it. We
Yeah.
can do it anywhere. Like, we could take this setup there and have him sitting there, and
Yeah.
we're just drinking Helios
Yeah,
beers.
and we could
Exactly.
we could grab
Yeah.
those mics that we had for the vlog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And it'd be so easy. We
We
should
go to
probably
Mike
talk about.
Oxon's house.
Yeah, we could go to Mike
That'd be
Oxon's
so
house.
deadly.
We should probably chat about that vlog a bit as well. So we're trying to take the group to another level, I suppose. And
Oh, look at that colour.
yeah, very purple.
Oh, man. It's delicious.
Like the group's awesome and it's going really well, and we're loving everyone's views and things like that. But we think that we can sort of make this live outside the group, and
It's like what other, like, the group is primarily obviously about reviews. What else can we do that...
for our members, what else would they be interested in?
What else do you guys actually want to say? It's
Yeah.
like,
Oh, this
And I
smells
think-
like... Sorry, this smells like yogurt or something.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like almost like
Those Go-Gurts.
passion fruit.
Those Go-Gurts.
Like passion fruity.
Sour
yogurt.
cherry, blueberry, blackberry, sweet cherry, red grape, sour.
Ooh.
That'd be the red grape, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were you saying?
I was saying, I think a part of that's also come from like our thought process of, as we've dived more into it, like what becomes more interesting, right? Like, for
'Cause-
example, like,
Well,
Yeah.
like when we started this, it was never going to be a podcast and a vlog and...
it was all mimetic initially.
Exactly,
It's like,
it's just
oh,
this
it's been
take.
fun.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm genuinely interested in learning more about like the brewing process, about like how small batch brewing,
Yeah.
like brewers, like Helios, how they, you know, for example, we were talking about they don't can, they don't have a canning facility. They have a mobile canning facility
Yeah.
that actually comes along, and they do the canning straight
And-
off the line,
And
comes
even
straight off the.
how does a guy like Charlie brew? Like, how did he start brewing? When we went and chatted to
Yeah.
him, and I know it probably is not that evident in the vlog. 'Cause we got so much footage in the vlog, and it went for like 2 hours. But
We got
the amount of
pissed and
info
chatted
that
shit for so long.
the amount of knowledge that Charlie was spitting out, like he's been brewing for 20 years. Like
That is fucking
Yeah, it's like-
delicious.
We
by the
started, I
way.
think, 7 years of wine.
he started in wine, yeah,
And 13
and like
years in beer.
like how do you know what I mean? Like if you had said to me, obviously before we went and saw Charlie, but if you had said to me, how do you become a brewer? I'd be like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Buy
Yeah.
a home brew kit and start.
Yeah.
It's like I
Yeah.
have no idea. It's
Well, I
so
mean, that's
cool
how
to
some
hear
do
about.
start.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Like,
The Black Ops guys, we've been listening and reading about there.
yeah, Operation Brewery. If
Yeah.
you haven't
Good book.
took a look and you want to read about
You
it,
need to read it. It's
Yeah.
sick.
Operation Brewery.
actually,
Yeah,
get the copy I've let you
Yeah,
send it over
yeah,
to him, and then
yeah.
it's a
Yeah, fuck yeah.
decent.
Jay
read.
lent me a copy and then Rach bought me it for my birthday. So I've got two. But Rachel's one's got the signatures in the front, so
Oh, that's sick.
she's
That's
got
awesome.
she takes the crown.
Yeah.
But this one's cracker
Yeah.
sour.
Yeah.
Where's it from?
Oh, so this is from Northern Monk patrons. So, one of our
So good.
one of our mates, Woody, who's a massive wine drinker.
An
said
all-round
because
good
of
bloke.
an all-round great bloke.
Literally what I was about to say.
So he got me onto this because of if you're not watching,
You should be.
you should be. Again, let's be completely candid here.
Candid?
Yeah. Man. So
Man, dude.
basically,
David
this
is
can
like
here,
that.
it's got all this graffiti art,
Oh man.
and then it's got this little thing
But
down
wait,
here,
there's more.
and you peel her open, and it's got a story about, I believe, why they brewed the beer, but also a story about the graffiti
You do it
artist.
sour.
And he just thought that was so cool. So I think he got this from celebrations at Carina, near where he used to live.
How did you get it? Did he give it to you?
Oh no, I actually went up to Black Sheep Bottle Shops and found a can, and I was
right.
like,
Mm.
fuck it, might as well have a crack at her. But yeah, it's just something different, and I think a big reason why people buy their beers as well is for the can art, and this is such a unique thing. Like,
Mm.
these guys do stouts and everything as well. I saw some other ones, but personally I'm not a big stout fan, so I got the sour one because it's the summer of sours and we fucking love it. So yeah, I don't know, it's just something unique about I've never seen something like that with
It's pretty cool.
any sort of drink. Like, you don't see that with soft drinks or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
so cool.
point of indifference, and that's the thing with all the different breweries and stuff popping up. It's hard for them to be different
Yeah.
and stick out to people like us. But
I think something like
obviously
this
it
is great
works
because can art, like you said, can art's like such a. It in a lot of cases, it's actually like the purchasing factor.
Yeah,
I find.
100%.
Like I will pick up a can. Like I had a can that I drank last night, which was called Squid Rising. Which is
the can's insane.
fucking. It's
So
like the
cool.
can is like this like, it's like a Cthulhu style like squid coming out of the water, and it's a shortened can, so it's probably actually about like this tall, but It's a standard IPA that's obviously just been like hopped to shit, and but it's fucking delicious. But same thing, like if you had that and could understand, okay, well, what's the thought process behind the art? Like, what does it mean? Like, and a lot of it usually has some kind of meaning, especially like when it comes to something like Helios like with
the
Helios.
If I'm not mistaken, when you first made the page, one of the reasons why as well was you got the
first ever review. Yeah, was the Slipstream XPA. It's on. It's the background. It's on the background of my phone still. It's a bit hidden, but I've got a few different stickers and shit in there, and the Slipstream stickers still on there.
That's a sick idea, just quietly as well.
Just put those on there.
Slipstream XPA.
Oh wow. So yeah, Darcy. Cool. One of the reasons, like we said that I was sending piss reviews and stuff like that, but can art was a massive thing to Darcy when he was choosing his
first
beer.
one. I went down to the local and just
he was just like, this can
I had
just
no idea.
out to me.
It's before we started the group, so I had no idea about any of the beers that I know about now. And I just grabbed.
Exactly.
Could have been any of them, but it was pretty good beer. Actually, I've still got one in the fridge.
Oh, that's huge.
I almost feel like we should
crack it.
Yeah.
Almost
should we?
Why not?
I'll be back to hold down the fort.
Shortcut.
No, that's good. But yeah, I think can art's a massive thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it's important for a can to be appealing, right? Like, it's at the end of the day, it's branding.
Exactly, and just on that, for anyone that has tuned into what our beer of the week this week is, the Filter XPA, cracking beer, but
rubbish can.
Personally, the can looks fucking shit.
It's stale, yeah.
It's just like a white can with a bit of blue, the filter on it, and it says something about there. Like
it says
seductively
beer. I think
seductively beer, which
I think in the world of craft, it's pretty lazy.
Exactly, and the thing is that prior to choosing it as beer of the week, I'd never had it. But
there's a few. I think Eden reviewed it. There's a few people, but I think Eden's one of the first ones.
Eden was the first one to put it up because of his advent calendar.
Yeah, that's right.
Not shout out to Eden. Shout out to Shazbot420 for getting that one for him for Christmas. So yeah, he had the filter and he was like, "This is
cracking."
Awesome.
And someone else had it as well. I can't remember.
Someone else had it. Some of the boys that came down to the Karma Keg Day as well, they said they'd had it as well. Yeah, I don't know. It was just. I was glad that they said it was a good beer because
never would have tried it.
I never would have tried it because
that's also the power of the group.
Oh, exactly. The power of the group. Power to the people.
By the people for the people.
Yeah, exactly. Body Brewing Beers is by the people for the people. So
it is great because it's basically like crowdsourced information on beers. I have like sourced beers based on what I've seen in the group.
Yeah, 100%.
Bloody oath! I got a video sent to me from a kid the other day. Well, he's not a kid anymore. He's a bit of a bigger. He's Nicky Olsen. He was in my homeroom at school, and he just sent me this thing. He's like, "This would be the best beer I've ever tasted," and I was like, "What's he going on about?" And there's this 9-second video, and he just goes, "Cheers, Klutz." Cracks open a Colonial Sour and just necks it, and I was like, "Crikey!" But he was like, "This is a really good beer," and he said, he wouldn't have tried this beer if it wasn't for the group. So that's something shout out to the group. That gives you a little smile on my dial.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually nice to know that we're not just drinking piss for nothing.
Yeah. It's all for a good cause.
Exactly.
That's a justification, huh?
Yeah, exactly. That's how I justify it to mum and dad.
Blind on a Tuesday. Mum, it's for awareness.
Yeah, exactly.
Spreading awareness.
Joshua, why have you gone through a carton of piss on a Monday? Oh, I don't know. For the group. For the
greater good.
It's a selfless act. That's what it is.
Exactly. Well, I better selflessly drink this so we can have the Slipstream.
Yeah, sounds good. Maybe we should talk about the chatbot.
Yeah.
Came about.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Jay's forte.
My forte, yeah. So to give you some background, I've got a chatbot company. So we build.
Big plug for
Bothello.
Massive plug for Bothello.
I still don't even know how to say it properly.
I called it Pothello.
To be honest, so to give you some background on the name, we initially were going to be called. The first round concept was Bothello.
Like where you get your beers from.
Like BOTOLLO.
BOTOLLO. Bothello. So literally sounds like where you get your beers from.
But it was probably a bit too, like, because it was obviously very Aussie. And then we went, okay, well, what about Bethello? Bethello initially. And so we didn't actually, we just saw it's bot and hello together. And then a bunch of people were like, oh, it sounds like, like Shakespearean Othello. I'm like, yeah, that's what we were. That's exactly what we were doing. Like, yeah, we were that smart. And we started, going around to a bunch of different meetings. And when we got there, they'd be like, oh, you're the bot hello guys. I'm like, oh no, we're Bethello. And then the next meeting, oh, bot hello, you're here to see such and such. And then, kind of about a year in, we were both sitting in the office and we kind of turned to each other at the same time and we're like, oh, like me and my business partner Sean, and we're like, oh, I don't think it's, I think if everyone else is correcting us, like, you probably means we're wrong. And so then we changed the name. So bot hello. So we design chatbots for mostly consumer facing companies in like e-commerce and retail and stuff like that. But one of the things that we do is product recommendation engines. So basically, it's like you ask a bunch of different questions, and then we produce a very specific result that's kind of tailored to the answers that you give within those questions. And then we thought, well, hey, why can't we do the same thing, but with beer?
So basically, because I know that you guys did the Maybelline one, because Jay used to always send us like testers when...
I love doing the testers.
Yeah, when he's like building us, send them to us to have a go.
I've got big bushy eyebrows, so Maybelline helped me a lot.
Yeah, and you guys did one for Maybelline New York, and it was really cool. But back to what we were saying earlier about people being like, oh, you need like a catalogue, and I was trying to think like, literally, this is pretty much how all the ideas for this group have come. Me being in bed, being like, okay, how do we solve this, or what do we do here? He's like, oh, we could build a website where we upload, a catalogue, or we can have a form where people fill out the form. And I was like, oh, it's messy, no one's going to do it. And then I was like, oh my God, I have a friend who does this for work, and he's done it very well before. And I messaged Jay, I was like, hey, can we build a chatbot that recommends beers? And he was like, yeah, easy as. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, and then
sweet.
The turnaround was fucked.
Well, because I was talking to Jay, and I was like, okay, I'm going to start a Google Doc, and I'm going to write out some like copy and basically how I think it should flow, or like how the answers should work. And I was like, before I even started typing, I shared the link with Jay to the Google Doc. I was like, I'm going to do this now to be done in like an hour or so, whatever. And like by the time I'd finished writing the copy, I was like, yes, sweet man, done. Jay's like, yeah, cool. Flicks me a link. Like 2 minutes later, I was like, I thought it was going to be a YouTube video or something. I was like, what is this? Clicked on it. He's like, yeah, just send it, DM me, and it should work. I was like, what the?
I've been literally sitting there waiting. Like I'd already figured out the logic behind how it was going to work, and then we'd already distilled it was going to be 4 to 5 questions. So I was like, all right, I'll get that ready. And then I was like watching you type, and as you were typing, I'm like, all right, I've got enough idea.
And we like fine tuned it a bit from there, but that was like the general that was the bones of it. Yeah.
If you don't get it already, Jay and Darcy are like the massive brains and like the smarts behind this, and I'm just a guy who can talk shit. So massive plug to them.
But talk shit well.
It was the chatbot's an amazing tool, and the amount of people that have actually used it. Come up to me and been like, this is sick. Like,
and the sick thing is, it'll spit out recommendations for whatever it'll ask you a bunch of questions about what you like and where you are and what you're drinking, blah, 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 and spit out recommendations, but they're all actually backed up from the group. So every beer that it recommends will also be coupled with a review. So if you click on what's the verdict, it will tell you what the group members think about the beer. Like it's literally sourced from the group.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
If you get a dark beer or stouts, you get the Asahi Black. You know that Ryan has said.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We had to drink it.
We
had to drink a few more stouts.
Yeah, we did. To fill it out a bit. But like, if you want to try it out, go to our Facebook page and just send us a message.
Yeah.
Click get started, and it takes like 2 minutes, not even.
And
it's 4 questions.
And the good thing is, the thing that I've not only about the one that we've got, but all the ones that you've sent us through in the past, it's not a stereotypical robotic conversation. And it's like...
Well, people that I first showed it to were like, oh, that's just you answering.
Just you answering.
Like, no, it's not, because we wrote it. Like, we wrote all the copy.
Yeah, like what'll it be, Cobb? Isn't me typing what...
Yeah, exactly, right.
Exactly. Like, it's just like you're having a conversation with an actual person. It's not... an automated, well, it is an automatic response, but it doesn't feel like it's an automated response, and I think that's the biggest thing, and that's why it's such a great platform, because
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But everyone that I've showed it to has been like, holy shit.
Yeah.
We even had a post on the page yesterday, I think, of someone going, "Hey,
Yeah,
I just used
to
the
our
Finder."
page, and it's awesome.
Like I saw the note because I get a notification of everyone who uses it, and I saw the notification, and then I saw straight after it was a post on the wall, and he said, "Hey, I just used the Finder.
It was awesome.
Found a really good beer. Thanks so much."
Yeah.
And it's cool. Like
that's what it's all about. It was Rowan Hall. I think he also did a review last night. So
actually, Rowan and I were chatting back and forth because I think Rowan's down in Victoria,
right.
and he does a bit of flying up to Cairns
and
sometimes does some stopovers.
You were talking about slipstream and range and stuff.
Yeah. One Josh Hay, I think.
Yeah, there's a few
of them.
Few blokes coming in and getting amongst it.
But
that's
few of the fellas coming in and commenting.
That's what we were saying before. That's what we're trying to do with, what's interesting. What else can we bring to the group that's valuable? Like, that's the chatbot. Hopefully, people listen to this podcast. But yeah, we've also done the vlogs. So hoping to do a few more of them. You might have seen it. We went out to Helios and had a bit of a tour. Charlie, the head brewer, took us around.
That was an awesome experience.
Yeah.
At least this time I remember Scott's name. Massive plug to Scott.
And Tony as well.
And Tony and Charlie. So
we got all the names.
we got all of them. So look, we're moving up in the world. But yeah, that was incredible. Going out there and
that's just cool stuff that our people in the group who we're trying to bridge the gap between 4X Gold and Helios bloody XPAs. Like that stuff they wouldn't even know existed. Like you can go out, they're just at Yeronga
Yeah.
Their venue's sick. They brew sick beers. They're all about like renewable energy and stuff. Like,
dude, while I was there earlier today, like pulling up, they're just opening up the doors because we were just around the corner.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck, it's like 5 minutes down the road to Helios. Get there, and they're setting up. It's such a cool space. They've got the food trucks just rolled out the back, like hot dogs.
Food trucks, yeah.
It's like it's such a good spot, like supporting small business as well, like independent brewers. It's fantastic.
It'd be a great place to go for when the Brisbane tennis is on.
Actually,
can you imagine?
Shoot up the road,
just walking across from the tennis.
Sorry to interrupt, Josh. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna finish this and start re-recording. So I'm scared if it runs out at once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all good. So yeah, you're wrong, Pilly.
So
where they are at Yeronga Pilly is right into train lines. There is another brewery in the way there as well, but it's a 10-minute walk from the train or something. And
what's the Bermuda Triangle, mate?
Yeah, Slipstream, Ballistic.
Slipstream, Ballistic, and Helios.
Yeah, they're all within a short drive of each other.
Oh, so good.
It's funny. Like while I was there today, chatting to Tony, he said that like late last year in December, probably around the time that we went in there. He had this like cop car pull up. And it was a full cop car. They've all jumped out, walked inside, and he said he's standing behind the bar and he's going, "Oh, fuck.
Here we go.
What's going on?" And they said, "Oh, is this your joint?" Blah blah blah. He's going, "Yeah, mate. What's going on? How can I help?" They're kind of being a bit aloof, and then he's like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And then all of a sudden they said they've gone. One of them's gone. Like, they're kind of just looking around, like, scoping out. And then one of them's come up and said, "Have you got an upstairs here that's good for a Christmas party?" And then they had, like, the Yeronga Philly police had their Christmas party.
Sick.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, a couple of weeks later. So
also, we failed to mention that beer, the beer that started the group.
Oh, Slipstream.
Yeah.
Great beer.
It is. Oh, I did a bit of a twirly.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Great beer.
Great beer indeed. Yeah, so they're just up the road from Helios, our good friends at Helios. Which, brings back to what Jay just mentioned, the Bermuda Triangle. Something that apparently I thought only happened once a year, but happens multiple times a year.
Oh, really?
Does it?
Apparently.
I didn't even know about it before.
Why didn't... There was two... Yeah, I completely forgot to talk to Tony about that while I was there. To be honest, I was too excited.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to go back out to Helios.
Oh, no!
Yes, apparently there's this thing that goes on called Bermuda Triangle where you pay money, go on a bus and go between Slipstream, Helios and Ballistic.
So what I think happens is that there's the bus
shuttle
just
keeps
running.
going.
Just
Yeah, you
keeps
just jump on
going.
when
And
you
you
want.
literally, you don't have to jump on the bus if you're having a really good time at Helios or Ballistic or Slipstream.
Sorry, that thing just died. Doesn't really matter. Should we put this one up there?
Yeah, I'll move it.
Yeah, sweet. Get rid of my phone. And I think that's that's something that in the vlog, Charlie actually speaks about how Brisbane's a very strong contingent in the craft brewing industry in Australia, and I think that's massive. Like that's a massive thing, and
Queensland Spirit.
Yeah, Queensland. Queensland. Oh, shame we have Key Matty sitting down the sideline, that ball inside ball, boom. Sorry, I just love my footy. But yeah, I think, the fact that you see 3 breweries who have a happy collaboration between it doesn't
and they're
matter.
they're literally the 3 closest breweries. Like they should be arch nemesis. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they should be
exactly.
fighting tooth and nail.
But that's what you see in the industry, though, right?
Yeah.
Is that everyone with good relationships, they want to see each other succeed and they want to help each other. Like
Exactly. Like when we asked Charlie, it's in the vlog, like, do you have much collaboration with other breweries or whatever? And he's like, I speak to old mates at Ballistic a lot when I run out of hops and
Amarillo.
He's just like, let's just fucking
get it
give him
here.
a call and get it over here. Like,
sure.
So I think that's a massive plus, is that Southeast Queensland's brewery, craft brewery scene so big. So I feel as though a lot more of these things are going to happen. Another one which I definitely will be getting around this year, which I haven't the last 2 years, is Carmageddon.
Yeah.
Armageddon?
Or Armageddon.
Yeah, Armageddon, yeah.
Armageddon.
I think you're thinking about the
Oh, yeah, I am. All right, Armageddon. So we'll just cut
actually,
that one. We'll cut that one
quickly
from the
on Karma Kegs. Blind Tiger's doing a Karma Keg next Sunday.
Ooh,
See you there.
Next Sunday at
calling it early, but potential podcast from Blind Tiger on Sunday.
I can't be down.
Yeah, let's do it.
Get Joe in there or something.
Get Joey, yeah.
Get him sitting.
Joe and Jim.
Maybe.
Jim would spin some seriously weird yarns.
I can
That's what
see
we're
it.
about.
Come on, Jim. Come on,
Jimmy.
Jim. I know you're in.
The
Get in
water's
there.
fine.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, they
The brewery scene in Queensland.
the brewery scene is just awesome, man. Like Armageddon. That'll be something that when it gets closer, we'll definitely be plugging. I feel, because it would offer a lot of invaluable taste experiences to the group.
Well, so many people are doing pilot batches, like 100-litre
That's the
batches that they'll
thing.
just throw out there.
Yeah.
It's
People,
all
they
about
brew beers for it, hey? Like
Yeah,
they'll do
That's the
weird
thing.
shit.
Yeah.
Breweries brew either one of their classics that they don't do anymore, or some new thing, and you pay I don't know how much it is. You pay for a card.
It's
you
that
pay for entrance,
archive,
and it's an
hey?
archive.
Yeah.
So I believe Big Bad Matty Lee, who is technically my boss. I think he has a bit to do with it, so I'll get some more dates from him. But
TBC.
yeah,
Should we crack this last one? The Big Bertha?
Is
Or
this
are we...
the
Big Bertha.
is this the mammoth? Is it?
Do we want to do it or save it?
I think let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, fuck it.
You have to,
This
you have to-
Jesus.
Look at the size of this can. So what we've got here is
This is all girth.
I've
all girth.
had a couple of ventures now. The Sea Legs. So Sea Legs is in
Kangaroo Point?
Kangaroo Point,
I'm gonna think
kind of underneath the bridge.
Yeah, you're right.
And they do a thing called a crowler, which is what this is. So this has their breakaway
How big is it?
IPA,
Oh, 946
West Coast
mils.
style. Yeah, it's literally a squealer in
In a can.
in a can. And the purpose of it, one, I got it because it's fucking hilarious, and two, because it's basically a way to just get a squealer's worth without having to get a squealer. So it's really good value for money, actually. The only thing is that you obviously have to drink it in one sitting.
Jay reckons he was going to drink this on a straight day in the pool. I was like, dude, that's going to be warm.
No, it's going to be too
before
warm.
you even get halfway.
But the good
through
thing
it.
is that it kind of will fill up 3 glasses here. So I've had the breakaway before. It's strong. It's
I don't
fucking
know if I have.
delicious.
Oh, it smells awesome.
I'm
Smells
gonna be
like
having
honey.
a little bit because
I'll be having a little
driving.
bit. Whole glass, mate. Anyway,
Do you want
What's
the
that?
whole glass?
yeah, if there's any
Fill me
left,
up.
I'll have more.
Fill me up, brother.
Shout
there's
out Sea Legs as well. There.
Yeah. Sea Legs have
We
been,
love sea
have been
legs.
really,
Good
really good.
glasses as well.
Yeah. Haha.
Beer.
Oh, sorry,
bad
that's
pour.
a terrible pour.
No, we may have a beer finder in the works for Sea Legs as well,
Yeah.
potentially.
Got some stuff in there soon, which I think is one thing that we haven't touched on, right? Is a plan is that we want to be able to work with breweries and be able to implement their own beer finders that follow the same question, so that you could go to Sea Legs or Brouhaha or something like that and be able to ask to get the same questions, but the results are
Beers
okay.
are there.
You like sours, so you're
Yeah.
gonna like the watermelon and lime or the strawberry and rhubarb.
Yep.
You know, make it so
You at
that
Sea Legs, you like pale ales. We've got the Breakaway here.
Mm.
Well, it's a great beer.
And I feel as though a massive thing.
It's a big can. I've never seen
Just
anything like it.
just for reference.
Like, that's a 500ml can next to it, yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That is dead set cooked. Sorry, I've
Yeah.
absolutely lost my train of thought because my mind has been blown.
Yeah.
It's a great beer, too.
Um,
Actually, all their beers are really good. Their tropical lager, delicious.
oh, definitely. I was only there for a little bit, but amazing.
Been there a couple times. They do great food as well.
Yeah,
that's
good
what we're gonna do.
pizzas.
Like this, before this, I'd never heard of the brewery.
Yeah.
Great venue.
I
Great
think the
spot.
biggest thing that I've found from this whole experience and why personally I want to help them out is they're just genuinely good people.
Yeah.
I haven't come across someone who's like a dick or anything.
Yeah.
Any of the breweries we've gone to,
Yeah.
anything like, they're just good people. They're just trying to be out there and producing good beer. Like that's
And they do produce good
Yeah,
beer.
like I mean, you think about it, right? Like these people have done it for the passion of
Yeah.
beer. It's something that I can easily get around.
Oh,
And
definitely.
they're small business owners. They're up against the big blokes at
I know,
Cub,
and I
right?
know from like that Operation Brewery book from Black Ops, they don't make much on their
On the kegs, yeah.
Yeah, and it's very, very competitive. I know you probably know more about it than any of us. But
That's the thing, yeah. Majority of places
like venues,
majority of venues are owned by, either CUB or, sorry, not by CUB, but they're owned by the big corporations like.
they got a contract. with
Yeah, they got
CUB.
the contract with CUB or a contract with Lion Nathan. So my understanding is majority of them, you have 70% of those taps have to be those beers, and then if you have 100% of either CUB or Lion Nathan, whoever you're contracted to, you get a discount on all your piss.
Well, in some
if you-
cases, yeah, they'll do they'll do 1 in 3 or 1 in 5 kegs free. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
ridiculous.
And I know a couple of the larger of the craft breweries. I know when Big Bad Hunter's been getting some kegs from some of these places, they've cracked him a deal being like, if you get one each of these, I'll give you another one each of these kegs for free.
Yeah.
Like,
They
I
can't
don't know
make
if that's
much
because
money
they're
on
not
that.
selling as
Yeah.
much or anything like
But
that.
even
the
back
thing
to the
is
Black Ops
that-
thing is
Yeah.
like they say basically when they first started they weren't making any money off
They're
their
eggnog
beers.
stout.
Yeah, they were just doing it for like coverage. They just got it
Yeah.
out there like
Yeah.
That's the thing, and that's why it's amazing to see that I think in Southeast Queensland there's like
heaps.
200 to 400 bloody microbreweries in
Really?
Southeast Queensland. That's ranging from Gold Coast to Brizzy to Sunny Coast to Toowoomba, everywhere
Yeah.
in between. Like, it's pretty crazy that that's a thing, but it's bloody hard to make money with it. So
It's crazy that they're all like good mates and stuff.
yeah,
as well.
exactly. They're all good mates, and the biggest, like the craziest thing is that when you take into consideration the big pubs and stuff, got 70 to 80% of their beers are just, CUB or Lion Nathan. Majority of the time, these small breweries are fighting for one
Yeah.
or two.
Like one tap out of 10 basically. Yeah, and there's 100 of them, 200 of them.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, just give the boys a fair go, but
That's what we're trying to do.
exactly.
But it's
Bring those beers
Bring
to
the crafties in.
it's having they have the monopoly on it, right? It's
Yeah.
like, hey,
yeah.
we'll come in here, we'll install your entire tap system
for free.
and give
for
you cheap
free if you lock in a deal that you're going
Yeah.
to do 8
You may not
lines
do.
out of 10
Yeah.
for 8 lines out of 10 for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
And on top of that,
Ridiculous.
we'll give you a keg free for every 5 kegs. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, that's
Ridiculous.
unreal. Like, that saves hundreds of thousands of dollars for a
Exactly.
company.
That's why you give massive props to the places like Unpaid Plug, Blind Tiger,
Sasquatch bar.
and Sasquatch at Chermy.
Yeah.
Like, for them to
And not have contracts
Yeah,
basically.
not have a con. Like, if now that I have more of an understanding of that sort of stuff, if I go into a place that doesn't have a contract for their beers, they're actually passionate about what beers they get in and actually helping people out because one, they've just incurred a massive cost to their business,
Yeah.
and two, they're just trying to help some other people who are
Yeah.
trying to make calls.
Yeah.
on their
Shout-
For the love of
business,
beer.
Shout out actually to, I was at Reuben's in Paddington last night. I went to dinner next door and I was walking past, and it said craft beer here. So that's like basically all I need.
Straight in.
Yes. See you, Jess. And they had 8 taps, and their taps were just continuous rotation, like working with local breweries in Vic, breweries in WA. Like there they had 2 from Green Beacon, they had Bridge Road Brewing, they had 3 from Aether. Like really good setup. Really good setup. And they just they're keen to work with like craft breweries making really good beers. Yeah. And they're doing like the opportunity cost really for them is much higher, but it's about 100%. Bringing in really good beer. You know,
exactly. I think you were saying about Sasquatch. They just have like
they buy 1 keg.
They buy 1 keg of all these different beers.
Yeah, you go on the back wall is like covered with
so
stickers
sick.
from their taps. Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Places like that are enticing as well. If I'm walking past and I just see all this shit on the wall, I'm like,
I was just thinking maybe we should go there for dinner after this.
Ooh, maybe. I could be down.
Anyway, we'll see.
Right.
But I guess that's essentially that's what we're trying to do is bring those beers to your average punter.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
wouldn't try it. Yeah,
bridge the divide, right? Because it can be intimidating
and expensive.
Fuck yeah! I remember the first time someone told me that like the price of a 4-pack of Bolter, and I went, "That is fucking ridiculous."
Well, I just spent $20 on 4 beers. And
never
you spend 45 on 24.
Yeah, but now it's so like my thought process is so different. Like
the first time I bought a 4-pack of crafties was State of Origin Game 2 last year. I had a 6-pack of Northerns and I bought a 4-pack of Black Ops Hornets. Because I just tried the Hornet on tap at work and I was like, it's pretty good. And I was like, I went in there, it was like
expensive.
$30 for a 4-pack, I think.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, that's so expensive. Looked at the can, and I was like, this is 1.8 standards per can, 7.2 over 4 beers, $30. That's actually not that bad.
But also, I feel like it's a different occasion. Like, I'll still drink gold. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah.
But, yeah, you got
I just felt like something different. And I was like,
you got to think about as well, like, how much they have to, like, tariff on top from the government for the additional ABV. Like, it's not just like necessarily like more expensive because it's craft. It's like fuck, they get slammed.
And you think about the scale which they produce on. Like, I don't know if you've been, but I know you've been to the 4X Brewery. They're pumping out cans.
Yeah.
Like,
well, dude, Dad used to work at CUB, and I used to go down there when I was a kid, and like their family days, like family Christmas parties and that sort of shit, used to be at the brewery a lot of the time.
Yep.
And one of the things was taking you around the brewery and then have the full bottle, like all the bottling and stuff go. CUB and places like that do, it's like tens of thousands of bottles per minute.
Yeah.
With their machines.
Yeah.
Like, it's just insane.
It is insane. And then you look at, like, Helios, you have to get a mobile canning system in, like... Anyway,
canning systems are, like, shitloads of money.
Yeah.
We were at 4X the other week for Buddy Fairies B-Day. One of the dudes was like, that machine there, that's like $5 million.
Yeah.
And I was like...
Imagine doing that as a small business.
Dropping the ocean for 4X.
Like Black Ops, I think it ended up their fully burdened cost to start was like $470K.
Yeah.
Like $470K to start. To start actually like making beer. Yeah. Versus like, there's no way you put down $5 million on one product.
No, boys, you got $5 million to chuck for a canning thing.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know if your beer's going to sell or not.
Yeah, exactly right.
Like, it's fucked. It's just ridiculous.
Anyway, good beers though.
Yeah, what do you know?
I suppose to finish off, we should talk about the shirts that, well, not the exact shirts that you guys are wearing, but
Founder shirts.
The founding shirts, yeah.
Founding member, yeah.
We're definitely getting around to it, which is good. But, yeah, I don't know.
You really took the lead there.
Yeah, thank you.
We're plugging it. 74 minutes in, by the way.
We got merch coming. A few people have been asking about it and stuff, and we just got these ones made up as a bit of a piss take to wear in our brewery, but brewery tour, but people have been asking about it. We're going to release, I reckon, 150 Founders t-shirts, never to be printed again. So
exactly. So, yeah, as a bit of a shout-out to everyone who
has gotten
helped us get the group started, I suppose, and has been contributing, like, first in, best dressed, 150 of the founding members.
Wear it with pride.
Wear it with fucking pride.
Yeah.
And we're implementing a strict rule that is enforced by imprisonment, that if you see a bloke wearing a founding member shirt and you don't buy him a beer, you're going to jail.
Yeah, exactly. No questions about it. Like, honestly, like, look at yourself.
But the other thing
Like, look at
we should
yourself.
probably talk about is, like, we've only grown because so many people have backed us so hard and gotten around us. And, like, if you're appreciating the content we're putting out or the reviews that are coming through or are laughing at the TikToks or whatever, like, it means so much to us if you can just share this podcast, share a post, tag a mate, like, I don't know. And that's the way we're going to grow. Like, we have no budget. We're not spending money trying to advertise.
Well,
like,
we have some budget, but to be honest, I'm fucking buying it anyway, so we may as well make some content out of it.
Exactly right. And it's like, we're only going to grow through our members. And
that's the thing, like, I genuinely get excited or happy when, like, someone messages me or I see someone being like, hey, like, thanks to a review by such and such, or thanks to the beer finder, or I went through this page and saw this beer, got a bit of traction, I went and tried it, I loved it. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, this is someone who wouldn't have gone out and done this previously.
And it's not like you're making money off the beer.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just
just
a couple
nice.
of bloody Aussie Joes just having a couple of skewies and enjoying life and seeing other people enjoy their beers. And
but stay tuned for merch.
Coming very soon. And I think if you've made it this far as well, let us know what you want to see that you would find interesting. Like, is it more time with someone like Charlie to understand the brewing process?
Yeah. Is it more TikToks? Or
is it more reviews? Because I can drink more beer.
Do you want to see my rig every day?
We have to set up a subgroup for that.
Because my missus certainly doesn't, and she lets me know. So if anyone else does, I'm all ears.
But I guess that's probably it for episode 1. It's been, I'm on an hour and 16 minutes.
Yeah, I'm about there as well.
I'm an hour and 16 and 32 seconds. And it's been good.
Yeah, if you're still here, thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Really appreciate it.
Is share it with one friend. If everyone shares it with one friend, then we can take over the world and quit our jobs.
If you share it with 7 friends and then they share it with 7 friends,
that's 49 friends.
Yeah, and then again, if everyone does that 10 times, we've actually almost covered the entire planet. And
we can quit our jobs and do this for work.
We can just drink beers for all day, every day.
And more content. So the more people you share it with, the more times you get to see Clutzy's rig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, look, I'll do that. Yeah, all right. I like that. I'll make them jiggle.
Do you want to sign us off?
Yeah, look, so thank you for everyone who's tuned in, listened to the whole thing, part of the thing, most of the thing, any of the thing. The thing is crushing tins. We are Bloody Brewing Beers. This is Clutzy, Darcy, and Jay. Thank you very much for listening. And as always, guys, give them fucking heaps.
Good mabes.
Give them fucking heaps.